up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Remy Racing Engines, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, RK Motorsports Consulting, Profab Headers. I gotta take a breath between all that.
A bunch of them.
Oh, what is up? What is up? I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all? What's up, man?
I don't know, man. It's been a day. I had a wheel seal go out on a bus Friday, and I left early, so I didn't. That was just what met me at work this morning.
So you knew what you was walking into.
The nastiest job ever.
Oh yeah. Is that why you clean? You went home to a shower?
No, I haven't actually taken a shower yet. I just kept going. I wasn't able to take a shower yet, so I'm gonna have to take one when I leave here. So I just every 5 minutes, I was like, I'm not keeping this on my hands.
You have to take a spare change of clothes to the shop.
I keep one in there.
So you can change just in case.
Just in case. I keep one there just in case. So that's how my Monday started. How about yours?
It's been, well, let's see. Friday, came back went to a Coetzel concert Thursday night in Columbia, which was awesome, by the way.
Cool.
And so we came back Friday and messed around, whatever. Anyway, Saturday morning, got up to go to opening ceremonies for Cole's baseball team. And the left rear outer tire on the truck and dually was flat.
Nice.
Crap.
No, at least you had another one on this side.
Yeah. But, I mean, it was off the bead, so I was like, there ain't no pumping
good.
this up.
That ain't good.
So
cheetah tank.
Yeah, so we jumped in Mary Stevens' truck and hauled here and did all this and then whatever. Anyway, so yesterday we tried to mess with it and we're going to plug it. Couldn't get air to stay in it for nothing, so.
I should have come. I'd have got the cheetah tank.
The cheetah tank. We could have cheated a little bit, but yeah, the hole was so big.
We could have ethered in fire.
Yeah. It was like a 5/16 thick piece of steel, about 1 inch wide. That was in the tire. Big old hole.
No plugging.
It probably took 20 plugs.
No plugging.
You wouldn't have done it. So anyway.
Not that hard a tire too.
No. So we took the outer tire off, and lug nuts were not deep enough just to hold on the inner tire. So we found some spacers around in the barn there, and we rigged it up, if you will, and
redneck engineering.
Yeah, to get it to the tire shop this morning. So got it there, and I've had nothing but trouble with those 18. They're 18-wheeler tires and wheels that's on that truck. It's like 14 or 16 ply tires. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, and it's
19 and a half.
19 and a half inch wheel.
Can't keep them balanced.
No.
They constantly wearing out. They just ain't made for that truck. That's what was on it when I got it. So I just been fighting them and rotating them and fighting them, and so we got a new set of tires and wheels coming for it.
Done with it.
Done with it. Got some Fuel Mavericks. They look pretty good.
What size them's?
They're 20s.
Oh, go figure.
Can't get nothing else. I mean, you can't hardly find nothing else.
Which that truck probably came with 20s, didn't it?
17.
Oh, it came with 17?
Yeah, the nollie wheels are 17s, but you can't find them. You cannot find them anywhere.
Couldn't find no replicas or nothing?
Couldn't find them.
Dang.
John couldn't find them anywhere. So, but anyway, those are supposed to be pretty good wheels. So,
as long as they don't give you trouble with those have.
Well, and it's, I'm going to put an all-terrain tire on it, which should be like a 10-ply.
Right.
So it, should be fine. It shouldn't. I shouldn't have all the problem that we've been having with them other tires. So, I hope not. A truck like that should not ride like that.
No, not in the Denali. It should be good, bro. The Dan Ellie.
It should not. That thing was rough. It's a lot better than it was, but it was rough for 9 hours to and from West Virginia. I can tell you that.
I bet.
Yeah. So hopefully we're gonna be riding better here in a couple days. But so had to do all that. That's been a aggravating thing to start the week off. But other than that, weekend was good, man. We like I said, we went to the concert. Pretty cool. We stayed it was like a half a mile from the Township Auditorium, which we went to.
Right.
See Dwight Yoakam. And they had like a back pit, I guess, if you will, and then they had the front pit right at the stage.
Right.
And so we got right at the stage, so we got it right up in there, man. It was cool. They put on a really good show. Oh man, I wish I could remember. I can't think of other people's names right a second.
No, they're open.
Bones Owens and Aaron something opened for him and put on a good show. Really did.
Cool.
So did that, and then we went back to Columbia Saturday after the opening ceremonies for little kids baseball, and went and watched the Gamecocks play.
How'd they do?
Well, they it's weird. I don't understand it. They got like a 500 record right now. It's like they're like 12 and 11 or something like that for the year. They lose to Gardner Webb and Presbyterian and Citadel, but they won the series against number 1 Texas a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they won the series this weekend
That's
against
baseball.
number 4 Vanderbilt.
I think they do it just to spread the love.
I swear I don't know, man, but Carolina's up and down with baseball. They're not like they used to be when old Tanner was there coaching.
No.
But
They need to switch all that back up, in my opinion.
yeah, I agree. But it was fun. It was a really close game, back and forth. They won. It was a lot of good hitting. I think both teams had 10 or 12 hits apiece. So it was it wasn't just a boring game, you know.
Bunch of ding dings.
It was good. We enjoyed that. So yeah, did that. Came back. Went to the got some dinner here and went to church. Went to church yesterday. It was good as always. Music was good. Sounded a lot better.
I couldn't hear it.
No, the house sounded good. Your ear sound probably didn't sound so good.
It sounded like a strobe light in my
It was
head.
strobing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Just keep having problems. But
It's like something different every week. It's funny.
Every week.
I didn't worry about it. I just threw it out. And
just keep.
I just looked at it. It was so funny because I looked at you and I was just like, bloop, out there.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
And I was like, I ain't worried about it.
It's just ain't nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm just going to play. That's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, but it was good. It was for sure, and the message was good, as always. And yeah, then I did some more sheetrock work yesterday afternoon. I do not like finishing.
No.
I don't mind carpentry work. I don't. I like building. I like fabricating. I like working with wood. But when you start doing finishing work,
It's tough.
it's tedious.
Yeah, you got to be, it's got to look nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you can see everything.
Everything.
Every flaw.
Yep.
So anyway, been working on that. Still got a ways to go, but we're getting there.
Cool. Well, Friday night, I got off work early on Friday. I worked over one day, and state's all, they don't want to pay overtime right now for whatever reason, which I didn't have a reason to. I was just like, all right, well, I'll just leave early on Friday. So I did. Left about lunchtime, went home, got me a shower and everything, got ready, got all stuff, went and picked Landon up from school, went and picked my daddy up, and we took off to Fayetteville.
Yes, sir.
Went and picked up a body for the legend car.
Does that come with fenders or?
No, I didn't get fenders. Our fenders, we took them off. After we took them off, we got looking at the fenders. Fenders are pretty good shape
Okay.
for the most part. So we just got the center section, deck lid, and both running boards.
Sweet.
So we're going to sand down the fenders and paint them white. And center section's already white, but we might just spray over it anyway. That way, just everything.
Be the same white.
Same white, yeah. Plus, it's just got some, I don't know, it's not like a finished white. It's just like, I don't know. It's like one coat on there, very thin.
Yeah.
So,
Just
I mean, that's just how it comes.
A starter coat.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So, anyway, since we're up at Fayetteville, we went to Fayetteville Motor Speedway to pick it up from the boys over at 316 Motorsports. Willie Ridenhour and them, and appreciate them helping us out, bringing it to the track. And so, I was there anyway. I messaged the fine folks over at Fayetteville, and I was like, hey, y'all mind if I come in there and do some, because I know they have their own TV or online streaming deal, so I was like, y'all mind if I come in there and do some driver interviews and, pre-race, just little stuff out there. And they were like, no, that's perfect. Come on.
Sweet.
So they said, just let us know when you get there. So I did. Went in there, did all that, and talked to quite a few people that night, and showed a little bit on track stuff, showed some track prep stuff, and our buddy Willie Milliken was running up there. Michael Butler was running up there. A bunch of people was running. It was good stuff. They had a good race. It was the Nut Up or Shut Up race.
Okay.
His name up.
There you go.
They gave away a set of little nuts on Friday night, big nuts on Saturday night.
Sweet. It
was like truck nuts.
Did the Bristol weekend hurt the crowd over there too much, or it was?
I don't think it hurt it there.
Right.
We'll get into it a little while later.
But it was still
there's also
turnout.
Cherokee. Yeah, there was great turnout. There was 31 Legend cars there.
Wow.
So, which, I mean, it had nothing to do with Bristol at all, but
That's a good.
That's
turnout.
stout.
Tell you what, man, I think Legends cars are jumping
It's coming
off
on.
around there.
It's coming on. But Buddy Willie Milligan, I will say this real quick. He didn't run with crap Friday night when I was over there. I talked to him a couple times, stuff, we're just hanging out as always. But then Saturday night, he turned around once. I texted him yesterday and told him, I said, I ain't coming no more when you racing. I said, when I show up, you don't run worth crap. I said, then I leave and you turn around and win.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you the bad luck, I guess, on him, I reckon. I don't know.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Well,
really glad he got him a win.
Yeah, me too. We'll get into it. But since we're talking about winners, let's go to the phone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first winner of the night, starting out 2022 pretty good, our buddy Devon Morgan. Devon, what is going on, man?
Nothing but chilling at the shop, looking at dirty races.
Hey, that's good dirt though, man. That's what they call winning dirt, right?
Oh yeah, it definitely makes life a lot easier.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's sweet, buddy. Well, I first of all, congratulations, man.
Thank you very much.
But well, man, let's go back to it. Let's just jump straight into it. Tell us about your night over there at Hartwell.
Yeah, we had a very solid night. Unloaded out the truck. Second fastest. Was able to lay down a good qualifying lap and put it on the pole. On the start, outside Pullman kind of pulled out, rolled back to get even with me. I fired. I was cleared about the exit. About lap 5, I was riding. Was able to pull off the win.
That's what I'm talking about. Does it? I've always wondered this from different guys. I know some people just like to check out on the field. When you check out on the field, that's always great because you just had the absolute fastest car. But do you like the ones you check out on the field, or you like the ones that you really fight for, man?
I like the ones where we win.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't care how it's done, but how we get there.
That's what I'm talking about. It might be fun for the fans to see them hard fought ones, but I'm like you, man. As long as I'm in victory lane, I don't care how I got there. Oh, cool, man. Well, I know y'all have had a long off season and getting this car ready and everything, and getting out there to the track finally, man. And it's good to see the hard work pay off.
Yeah, a lot of work went into it. And, I wish we got back racing soon. I was really nervous, honestly. Just haven't been back in a car for so long. I haven't been doing it. I've been doing it. I should be doing it long enough not to get nervous, but I still do get nervous, and so I was definitely nervous, but all the work paid off, and right back in a rhythm now, and I'm ready to just go back to racing this thing every weekend.
Sweet, that's what I'm talking about. Well, cool, man. Well, I wanted to get you on here real quick today, just talk about it for a minute, man. But let everybody know who helps you out on that car again, man.
Yeah, I gotta thank my mom, my dad, BKP Art, NPM Marketing, Tanya, Wiley X Classes. I gotta thank Urkel for coming out and helping. I gotta thank Chase and Zach at the at the shop and coming to the racetrack for all they've done for me. Jiffy Lube, Jimmy's Family Restaurant, ArmorMetals.com, Rack 4x4, Master Performance Suspensions, ML Performance, Matt Logan helps out, tremendously on the shocks. SRI Performance, FK Rod Ends, Meredith Battery, Excel Racing Solutions, Concept Graphics, Stevens Towing, KRC Power Steering, and then Strange Oval. We got some new axles going in this thing. I'm looking forward to that. Acrylics Plus, Seymour's Towing, Morgan Motor Co., Autobanks RV Sales, and there's probably some more that I'm forgetting, but I just can't thank everyone enough that helps out on this thing, at the track or at the shop, or just their support of buying, a hat, shirt, hoodie, anything, anything helps us.
Yeah, man. We'll go in there real quick. What's the best way if somebody wants to get in touch with you to buy a hat, shirt, whatever it needs to be? What's the best way for them to get in touch with you to get some, man?
The best way would be message Devon Morgan Racing on Facebook or my personal page on Facebook, and then I'm also on Instagram at Devon Morgan Racing 12 and Twitter at Devon Morgan 12.
Cool, man. Well, like you said, Tanya with MPM. This interview is brought to you by MPM Marketing. They're the best in the business for career advancement for sure. Tell us a couple of things that Tanya at MPM does for you there, Devon.
Tanya, she works wonders for me. She gets me in doors that normally I couldn't be able to get into by myself, and she's taken me a long way, and I can't thank her enough for everything that she's done for me.
Good deal, man. I know she helps us out a lot. She helps us out lining up interviews just like this one that you hear right here. So we really appreciate Tanya over there at MPM. And man, I'm gonna tell you what. Again, it was awesome to see you in Victory Lane again. What you got coming up next, man?
Not really too sure. I would like to race Friday and Saturday this week. I definitely think we're going to run Saturday again at Hartwell. They're paying $1,200, and we get some American racers to put on the back of this thing due to a new tire rule. And I don't think much will change there. Just unload it the same way that we loaded it up, and but we're never really too set in stone to give us freedom of just being able to bounce wherever we want week in and week in. With even last second decisions, but I'd like to race Friday and Saturday, but I think Saturday definitely is Hartwell again.
Cool deal, buddy. Well, everybody get out to Hartwell, and maybe you'll see Devon there, or maybe you catch him sitting in Victory Lane again. Well, buddy, I sure appreciate you coming on, hanging out with us again tonight, especially on a short notice. But yeah, man, we sure appreciate that.
I appreciate you having me on. It's always great to be able to come on here and talk with you, and I really enjoy it.
We do too, man. Well, we sure appreciate it, and congratulations again, man.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Devon Morgan coming off his first race of the year and his first win of the year at Hartwell Speedway down there. So appreciate him coming and hanging out with us again. That's a few times we've had him on now, and really appreciate Tanya at MPM Marketing for helping us out there and getting him on. And I just saw today she's got a new client promo that came out, so she'll be unveiling another MPM Marketing driver.
Sweet.
Coming up. Well, as y'all hear this, it will be today, so it'll be Tuesday. So
sweet.
So we'll definitely hear somebody else, and who knows, maybe have them on the show pretty soon.
Both show.
So we definitely appreciate Tanya at MPM. Go check her out at marketwithmpm.com. But also in there, you heard Devon talk about he's a Team SRI driver. It's like everybody's a Team SRI driver, and I love it.
Yeah, everybody that wins, pretty much.
Everybody that wins. I mean, that's what it is. Is everybody that wins is a Team SRI driver. So let's y'all know we got a new segment called Hot Lap. So let's go listen to this week's portion.
This is Hot Laps, presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new segment, our second installment of it, called Hot Laps, presented by SRI Performance and Stock Car Steel and Aluminum. This week, we got Blake Harris on. Blake, what's going on, man?
Another day, just packing some boxes and getting them shipped out here to SRI.
You are the you got to be one of the most important individuals in the building. That's all I can tell you.
Oh yeah, all the sales that come back there, and I got to be the one to box them up and ship them out so we can keep business afloat.
That's right. That's right. So you pretty much saying the boxes that I've received from SRI that you probably had your hands on shipping them out to me.
I ain't been here long. I've had a couple more jobs before I come here, but I started the week after Thanksgiving. So if you've ordered anything from there, there is about a 99.9% chance that I've touched it.
Well, I sure have, so you probably did it. Well, cool deal, man. Good deal. All right, well, you said you've been there since around Thanksgiving, so we'll go back a little bit farther with you than that. Man, where'd you grow up? How old are you?
Well, I'm 21 years old, about to be 22. I grew up around Chesney, South Carolina, and Shelby, North Carolina. It's kind of the deal where parents split up, so I spent both times there, but grew up in a racing family. Daddy was a 3-time World Crown 4-cylinder Nationals champion at Cherokee Speedway, just down the road here at Gaffney. So I've been in racing all my life, did some racing, a little bit of myself, and now I'm an announcer for Millbridge Speedway in the Ultimate Super Late Model Series, and figured I'd find me a job in racing. So I've been selling parts at different places ever since.
That's right, man. That's what I like to hear. So, all right. Well, you've been in racing for a while then.
As long as I can remember. I started racing go-karts when I was about 10, raced cars till I was about 16, then got a little too expensive, so I picked up a microphone and a camera, started announcing races and taking photos at races. I'm usually at a racetrack every Saturday night, usually working Monday through Friday. People wouldn't want to go out, but I'm not one of the people that can sit in the stands and watch a race. I have to be doing something and being productive somehow in the sport. So since I retired from racing, I've kind of picked up other stuff.
I feel you there, man. I was kind of the same way. I went out to Fayetteville Motor Speedway this past Friday night, and I was the same way. I'm like, I can't just sit here. I got to go talk to some people. I know exactly how you feel, man. So, all right. Well, what drew you to coming to SRI Performance?
Well, I've known them for a while. Of course, I used to get parts sometimes from Josh and them over at SRI Dirt and Drag, our other location just down the road here in Denver. But, yeah, I'd been working through some other places, and I had a couple friends that worked here, and I'd been in shipping at the other places, and they said, hey, come, there's a job opening here. Why don't you interview for it? And I had a couple friends that worked here, so I knew I wouldn't be out on my own. I had some people to lean on, so I went in and interviewed, and they offered me the job, and I took it. And I'd say the rest is history, but there ain't much history. Hopefully, there is some history coming up here in the future. But right now, I've been here since November, and I've loved it ever since.
As they call it, it's history in the making.
History, there you go. That's bad when an announcer can't find the words.
It takes a few of us every now and then, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's talk to you about that a little bit. What I know you said you kind of transitioned into that since you got out of racing yourself, as far as actually in the car, and you went into announcing and stuff. How did that ever come about?
So there is one big story about this. I was racing at Harris Speedway over there in Rutherford in 2016, running a 4-cylinder down there. And at that point, I'd been to Chesney High School, and I've always been kind of the talkative one. So it was natural for me to pick up a microphone. I'd been doing some Chesney High softball games and baseball games, actually, and went out for hot laps. And I think the clutch come out of it or something, and I was done for the night. And like I said, just can't sit around. And I'd known the announcer. He's pretty storied around these areas. Call him the mouth of the South. Dwayne Goins was the announcer up there.
That's right.
And so I went up there, see if I can announce my first race or two, and I ended up announcing some heat races, and I actually did the Victory Lane that night. If I can find it somewhere, there is actually a picture of me interviewing Dustin Taylor, who won Crate Sportsman that night, and it looks weird because I'm holding the microphone, but both of us are in our driving suits. So it was pretty cold. I kept my driving suit on. So once I got out of the car in 16, Scott Childress gave me the opportunity to come to co-announcer at Cherokee Speedway. So I did that for a year. Then I stayed at East Lincoln Motor Speedway for 3 years up to 2020. Did some at Friendship too when they run on Fridays, and started out in 2021 or the end of 2020. Kelly Carlton texted me. Kelly's known me since I was little. Part of my other racing, my stepdad was actually the crew chief for Mr. Saturday Night's Jeff Cook's car, super late model. So when Kelly was Southern All Stars, they would run that tour. So Kelly's known me ever since I was knee high to a grasshopper. And so he called me and said, what are you doing in 2021? I didn't have nothing set in stone. And he told me Tommy Tedder, of course, announcer I also look up to, was retiring. And I decided to chase my dream and follow a super late model tour and get behind the mic. And we've done 2 races. I did all last season, and we've done 2 races so far this year at Smoky Mountain and Boyd's, and we got a heck of a schedule ahead of us for the rest of this year.
That's what I was fixing to say. I looked at that schedule, and it looks pretty stout. I like it. So we'll definitely be able to catch you at a track near us pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, we'll be at you're up towards Lakeview. We'll be that's one of our next races. We do Carolina April 8th and Lakeview April 9th. So
right.
I'll be kind of up in your neck of the woods here in about 2 weeks.
That's right. Cool. We might just have to venture on out that way, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, since you've been at SRI over there and you've had your hands all in them boxes, man, we like to tell everybody that SRI is pretty much, if somebody's listening to us from outside the racing world, which probably not many, but even within, but
the algorithm
SRI,
works in strange ways. You never know.
It really does. But SRI is essentially the Walmart of racing.
Oh, definitely. Multiple. It started out stock car steel and aluminum, all for your tubing and fabricators and stuff like that. Now we've got the performance side, which is all of your engine stuff, our Del West, Cleve White, stuff like that. And we also, of course, got the dirt and drag, which I'm more familiar with, all of your all-star products, Joe's, Draco Springs, anything you name it. If you need something for your race car at home, you can get with us here at SRI Performance, and 9 times out of 10, we're going to have something that fits your needs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That is definite. Well, man, what is some of the you touch everything is being shipped out up there, and I know there's a lot of not only new parts, but y'all even deal with a lot of used parts. And I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I was fixing to ask. Does a lot of people call in knowing what they're wanting used wise, and you have to ship it out also?
Usually, John Strange and Kenneth handle all the used stuff, and let's just say I usually roll my eyes and they bring stuff back, because they bring back, not only they bring stuff back there a lot, but usually it's something big or something that takes a couple boxes. But yeah, we ship out a lot of used stuff. The John's got a lot of connection with these Cup, Xfinity and truck teams up here, ARCA teams. So we have a lot of used stuff coming from old Cup cars and stuff that you could apply to your specific application. So new or used, we should have you covered. Yeah, we got the Walmart for the used stuff. We also got ourselves kind of like a flea market back here. We got all of our used stuff.
That is the part I like, man. I've come up there and toured around up there, and man, it is just like you said. It's like a flea market. I mean, you walk in there, walk in the back building there, and it's just like, man, who would ever thought about this stuff? And to see that every day at SRI has to be pretty cool, especially somebody who was originally in the racing world before you went to work there.
Oh yeah, it's wouldn't say it's a cheaper way out, but it's also kind of the easier way out. You got some of these grassroots people that sometimes can't afford the new stuff, and you also got some people that will check the used stuff before they get the new one. But it's a thought that, of course, most of our used stuff, we used to go to the scrap yard or the junk yard, try and pull them off old cars. But now that we got a centralized place to get these used parts, it not only makes it better for the racer, and it's also a concept that if I had this business, I would have never thought of in a million years, but it works pretty good.
It seems to, and they seem to know what's going on up there and know what the racers need, man. What's some of the most common parts you see that you shipping out over there?
A lot of engine stuff I've done. Like today, we got a big Del West order in for a lot of exhaust valves on the performance side. I shipped out a good bit of them. We used to have a store called SRI Supplies, but it's merged in with SRI Performance now. It's basically all your nuts, bolts, washers, body bolts, pop rivets, anything you can think of. We got it. I ship out a lot of it. And some dirt and drag stuff. We got some all-star stuff here. Of course, that's mostly down there at our Denver location, SRI Dirt and Drag. But it's hard to pinpoint just one thing because, like I said, we got such a vast inventory. Maybe I'll ship something 3 times a day, but most of the time it's always a different ball game.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna tell you're probably gonna see my name coming across here pretty soon because I'm gonna have to order me some Draco Springs from a Legend car. I'm gonna try to slide out of there.
Oh, we got plenty of them. We got in a big Draco order today, so if you call it in, we'll get it shipped. I'll get it shipped out for you, buddy.
Good deal, man. Well, cool, buddy. Well, it's great having you on here. Great getting to know some of you guys over there at SRI and Stock Car Steel. So, man, looking forward to catching you out at a track soon, buddy.
Oh yeah, so when I'm in there at Lakeview, come say hello to me. I'll be sure to talk to you for a little bit, and we'll get to hang out a little bit, buddy.
That sounds good, man. Well, we sure do appreciate it. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Blake Harris, and go catch him announcing at a track near you pretty soon. But that is this week's Hot Laps. All right. SRI does everything, well. They as you just heard from Blake Harris there, and he is the shipping manager over there. So whatever you buying from SRI Performance, he's got his hands on it before it comes to your door.
He's getting it out.
He's got it. Especially when you use that promo code CBONE. TN is in
Chicken.
BONE 10.
Yep.
You can get 10% off at time of checkout whenever you order online, and then Blake over there will package it up. Basically, a lot of times, just what I hear from a lot of people is, his job is shipping, so he's got to figure out shipping costs, blah, 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 all that stuff. So you're basically getting shipping free or a little more when you use CBONE 10.
Exactly.
Can't beat that with a stick.
You sure can't. Go use it.
Go use it all you can. But like you just said, like me and Blake were talking about, SRI is essentially Walmart for race cars, Walmart for racers. So y'all head over there, get all your racing supplies, get any fasteners, welding supplies. Then also head over to Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, get all the materials that you need from there. They got a little bit of everything.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Sure do. And they get it to you in a hurry, too.
That is right, for sure. Cool. Well, there was a lot of racing that went on this past week.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere. And we still got racing going on. There's racing going on today still at Bristol. I mean, they'll be there all week.
Yeah.
Waiting on you guys to go up there and watch.
Yeah, we missed it this year. We didn't get to go. But it was a blast last year for sure. And I guess the inaugural year last year was a lot of unknowns and whatever. But they learned a lot, I think, this year.
Oh, yeah.
From what I saw, track looked really good.
Yeah, tracks look good to me.
Yeah, so it's pretty
Which
cool.
track didn't look bad last year?
No, it didn't. It just...
You always learn, though. I mean, you learn little things that
Right.
they had some issues with track breaking up a couple times last year.
Yeah.
And if they've had that, I haven't seen it
Right.
yet. I'll put it that way. But I think the way they've spread it out more has helped a lot too.
Yeah.
So that's been pretty cool to see. But also, I'm gonna throw this out there: Cherokee Speedway had the Rock Galt Memorial makeup race from last year finally
Right.
go on this past week, and it was also a Dryden Extreme Series race, co-sanctioned. They were supposed to have a Dryden race at Lakeview, and it got rained out. Yeah, whatever. So they had that one on Friday night. And our buddy downtown Michael Brown was able to take him home his first ever World of Outlaw win. I guess since it's co-sanctioned, we're gonna call it a World Outlaw win. It was a World Outlaw points race, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So all them guys were there. So
And I think Trent Ivey I think he said fast time, didn't he?
did he?
I think he
May
did.
have. I didn't.
First
see it.
ever World of Outlaw fast qualifier. So that's pretty cool.
That's really cool. See that's all our home state guys here. All our South Carolina guys showing up and showing out in the Palmetto State.
Yeah, it's awesome to see for sure.
Yeah, I text Michael Brown Saturday, and I was telling him, good job and stuff. But it's always crazy to me. It seems like every racer, and I don't care what series you talk about, asphalt, dirt, whatever, all of a sudden they have a baby, and they go to winning.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. I don't get it.
Must have took the pressure off of him.
It must have. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. So congratulations to our buddy Michael Brown for taking home a win there on Friday night. And Then turn around Saturday night, and another Team SRI driver, Max Blair, took home his. Was that his? Oh, well, regardless, it was his first this year. But I think it was his first World Outlaw Series win on Saturday night there at Cherokee.
Sweet.
In the Rock Galt Memorial. So that was a good race. I'm trying to remember who was up there with him. I can't remember right now, but they put on a real good race. So good for Team SRI for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And you know, we've seen Matt Carr. They've gained so much. Like every time they get on the racetrack, they just get better and better. Which Max he's a heck of a driver for sure, and they got good equipment there.
Oh yeah, the whole Viper Motorsports team there, they really get it done, and I can promise you, Sean Martin he gives them whatever they need to go win.
Oh,
that is what he wants when they are on the track.
Top notch stuff, and everything looks good and clean always at the racetrack. So that I think that makes a difference. I like to see that.
Oh, I do too, for sure. I mean, it's a fine-tuned operation they got going on over there, and they understand them cars and getting better and better with it.
Yep.
And I will say, and I ain't dogging on anything by no means, but that was also this week. You know, normally we've been seeing a bunch of Longhorns run up front, and that was 2 Rockets that won at Cherokee. And I don't know what it is, but that track seems to. I don't know if it's just the drivers or what, but it's been a lot of Rockets here lately. Other than Chris Ferguson the other week, he didn't win, but he led every lap, you know, in his Team Zero race car.
Right.
But other than that, we've seen Chris Madden win. We've seen, you know, a few other ones win. A lot in Rockets at Cherokee for some reason.
Must be a rocket track, that's for sure.
I don't know.
It's a fast racetrack though.
Yes,
very, very fast racetrack. So whatever that is, whatever it does, the Rockets like it. That's for sure.
Yeah, they definitely do. It's they figured it out over there, so that's good. Good to see. Good to see. Good to see some new names coming up and winning, giving all them them normals, I guess we'll say, some stiff competition.
Yeah, for sure.
That's always nice to see. Well, cool. Well, speaking of some stiff competition, we're just talking about Bristol a little bit. Night 1 for Super Late Models. Nice crowd. They've had 40 cars there ish. I'm wondering if the splitting up of different races have kind of hurt crowds at one or the other.
I'm
but
kinda thinking.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, 40 cars that's a typical show.
Well, it is. But I mean, you know, I think. Well, I don't remember last year. I think
there were 60 or so.
60 or so. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's definitely got to make a difference because a lot of your local guys, they'll stay and try to run at Cherokee or
right,
you know, whatever to feel like they probably got a little better chance of making some money.
Yeah.
There versus trying to go up to Bristol and it's so much hanging RPM up there. You know,
you better have your stuff together.
Somebody that don't have motors sitting there ready to go, you know, they might not want to take that trip. So that may have something to do with it too. I don't know. And they might have noticed something from last year that they didn't want to go back because of. I don't know. Who knows? But like you said, it's still a good crowd. I mean, it's still make a full field for sure.
For sure. And I will say, and I'm not picking on anybody, but I will say probably, and I guess it's because of the money they're paying out. Probably the best of the best are at Bristol. Or at Bristol this past week.
Right, exactly.
So
exactly.
So Friday night, another Team SRI driver, long-time driver, Chris Smokey Madden, took home the win. He was pretty stout there last year. Ran pretty good for the most part from what I remember. So, but that dropped him off the World Outlaw Tour for this year because he did not commit to every race. So Their rules are pretty strict about it.
Well,
You gotta Lucas same way. You got to commit to every race.
Yeah, that's just hurting those series, though. I mean, because you can't blame them. You can't go run for $10,000 when you got a $50,000 race.
2.5 more hours up the road, there's $50,000.
You can't blame them for that.
No.
I mean, so I think it hurts them more than anything. And in a way, I kind of say do away with the points deal at the end of the year. Just pay more money throughout the year, and I think you'll have better shows.
Be fine with me.
I don't see why they wouldn't do that, but with the 100,000 or whatever it is at the end of the year,
right?
I can see why some of these guys are going to stay. And it's going to help those guys some with a lot of the bigger names just chasing money. It's going to help them go for the points at the end of the year. So I guess it's good and bad in some ways. It's better for the smaller teams to be able to try to commit and do it. But I can't see trying to stick with one series and missing out on $1 million worth of money in purse versus trying to make $100,000 at the end of the year.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, with that being said, one guy that decided, and I wouldn't necessarily say he's a big team.
No,
our buddy Chris Ferguson had decided to run the XR. He committed to all the XR races.
Yep, I saw that.
So, and he was able to get it done there on Saturday night. So, let's go talk to him. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on the phone is the he come off a win last year at Bristol. Didn't win quite as much money, but this year he took home the Saturday night portion, taking home a big check of $50,000. Fergie time, Chris Ferguson. What is up, man?
Oh, just sitting here in the Bristol parking lot, still here at the track, enjoying it, enjoying the week here, and gonna get ready for next weekend too.
There you go. It's already time to look forward to bringing home some more. Is that right?
Yeah, there's another 100,000 out there for this coming weekend. So, and on top of that, $100,000 bonus for highest points getter. So, really excited about that, and still pumped though. Riding the wave for winning $50,000 a couple nights ago. So, just really soaking it all in right now.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And that's what we was gonna call and tell you, man. We just want to tell you, big time congratulations on a big win like that, man. Starting out this XR series in a big way, and congratulations, man.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm very, very thankful to be in this situation, winning this race, and to win last year was pretty big, and then to win the big one this year, it's amazing. I'm very, very blessed, and just thankful of all the people that got me to this point, and happy I can cross a big 50,000 to win race off the list.
That's right, man. That's right. And I know I think I actually sent it to you, but I got there was a memory popped up on my Facebook the other day. Actually, it's me and you standing up there at Victory Lane, and from last year, and I was like, man, go get it. I know you can do it again. So it's awesome to see it happen again, man.
Yeah, for sure. 2 years in a row is something special. Winning the first night and then leading some of the second night, and then coming back here and grabbing another win. It says a lot to lead the caliber cars that are here 3 out of the 4 races and then win 2 of them. It's absolutely amazing, and it says a lot about my team and my race program right now. And I really think we put people on notice that we're one of those guys, even though sometimes we're overlooked. I think people have to be sure to watch out for us, at these big races.
That's for sure, man. And me and Sterling's talked about that before. That you always tend to show up and show out at the big races. And unfortunately, through different circumstances over the years, when the big races come up, they've kind of eluded you a little bit, taking on many more wins other than those. But it's got to feel nice to finally get that feather in your cap, per se.
Yeah, for sure. This is the moment we all race for, and winning the big paying races just puts you on a whole nother level that for the longest time I always wanted to be on. You know, I've been close at the Dirt Track World Championship, close at the Dream, close at the World, and the North South 100, the Show Me 100. All these races I've ran top 5 in, and it's really been over the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years, that I've really been close. And to finally have one go my way, just that race went my way. You know, I ran second the first couple laps, but I had a car capable of winning, and was able to you know, take advantage of a position that we put ourselves in to win. And now that we've knocked down one of these big ones, now it's just about getting another one, and then hopefully getting another one at some of the big racetracks like Eldora and also, you know, the other crown jewels like the Dirt Track World Championship and the North South. You know, just you're an elite company whenever you win the high paying races, and it's always been a dream of mine since I was a kid.
For sure, man, for sure. Does it help the sting a little bit from a few weeks ago when leading pretty much every lap over at Cherokee and then having a flat with just a couple to go? I know this has got to ease that a little bit.
Oh, 1,000%. I wouldn't have it the other way around. So, you know, now that's just the afterthought. It is nice to know that of the 4 races I've ran, I've should have won 2 of them, and you know, just getting that redemption definitely makes everybody feel better, and also helps us to forget about that race now and move on from it. So it still sucks losing one like that, but at the end of the day, if I had to lose one to win one of these big ones at Bristol, I'll take it any day of the week.
That's right.
I would rather not lose one at Bristol on the last lap compared to Gaffney.
That's right. That's right. Well, man, obviously, and me and Sterling have talked about before that you've kind of, over the last couple years, you've kind of been the top Team Zero race car for a lot of it, in our eyes anyway. But how, man, coming into 2022, it really seems like, you know, these Team Zero chassis have really stepped up and really turned a corner, because obviously you running up front, winning, and then Scott finishing second.
Yeah, we you know, this past off season we really got our heads together, and Scott, Shane McDowell, Bruce Nunnally with Bruce built, just decided to make, you know, some small changes on the cars, nothing drastic, because clearly over the performance the last couple of years with Dale, with myself, and then, you know, even a couple of years ago with Chris Madden, Scott and Scott's cars, you know, there's still speed in the cars. I just think that we needed to do a little refining, and I think now more than ever, you know, Scott's really got a fire under him to run good in these big races, because he's went through some adversity the last few years, and naturally when Scott wants to run good, everybody that's part of Team Zero benefits from it. So, you know, we've always had really good cars, but I think now with the success that Dale had at Speed Weeks and the way Scott ran the last 2 nights, and the same thing with us, I think people are going to really take notice to how good the cars are and how good they've been, and it's nice to be able to say that, you know, in these races we might only have 4 or 5 cars in the field, but typically they're at the front of the pack.
That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, man. Well, good deal. Well, one thing I want to know is how long did the party last Saturday night?
Yeah. So long story short, you know, we with it being about 38 degrees outside, we hung around in the pits for a long time. We were probably the last ones to load up, but me and my girlfriend and my brother and 2 of my crew guys, about 11 o'clock, we left the track and headed over to Waffle House and got us the All-Star Special, and we called it a night after that, because it was a little too cold to really get into any trouble.
Well, that's the best way to celebrate any win or anything, isn't it, at the Waffle House?
Oh, the Waffle House All-Star Special, and for some reason or another, the coffee there is on point, even at 11:30 at night. I had me a sweet tea and a glass of coffee and a cup of coffee and All-Star Special, and I was ready for bed.
I hear you there, man. Cool deal. All right, well, coming up, like you said, a chance to honestly take home another $200,000. So you looking at another $100,000 worth of races this weekend, man, and then like you said, that points deal. So what as you saw the track progress from just Friday to Saturday, what you looking for it to do this week? Do you think it's going to be much different? You think you're going to have to change a lot, or are you looking at it to go in kind of where you left off?
I think we're really close to our package last year there, so we kind of know how we're going to unload. The track changes a little bit. It's got a little different character this year than it did last year, so we had to make a few adjustments. But going into this weekend, we're going to do what we know works early. We've been pretty good in qualifying. Maybe not quick time, but top 2, 3, 4 cars. We're right there where we need to be to start on the front row of the heat race and then get a heat win. So, just fine tune everything and make some really good adjustments, and we should be. Hopefully, we're right there in the ballpark where we were when we left out on Saturday night.
Cool deal, man. Cool deal. Well, we look forward to checking you out Friday and Saturday again, man, and hoping you bring home some more money, man.
Yeah, same here. I still can't believe we're racing for the money we are. It's amazing to see what the purses that XR's putting out this year, and I know everybody, World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil, everybody stepped their purses up. So, it's amazing that we're able to race for this kind of money, and I'm very appreciative of it. And maybe if some things go our way this coming weekend, we could really do good, and that money does a lot for my race team. So, just having the weekend we had this weekend meant a lot, but just to have an opportunity to do even more is a special thing, and I'm super grateful for it.
For sure, man. And me and Sterling were actually just talking about that before you got on with us. We know you work out of your shop in your backyard, and it's really cool to see you come with, you got 2 cars but are able to get up there and obviously outrun the best of the best that are at Bristol this week. So it's awesome to see, man, and we're really proud of you, buddy.
I appreciate that, man. We're super thankful for the people that work on my stuff and the people that we're aligned with, with making these cars go fast. It's no secret that this dirt late model world's tough, and you can be riding high one week and be at the lowest lows the next. So I've been very, very fortunate to get myself involved with the right people. That way, the areas that I might not have an advantage at, per se, with maybe having a decent size shop or an unlimited budget, but there is areas that make a difference on the racetrack that I've been able to have an advantage at. That's and right. Super thankful that we're able to do it, and I'm glad that people notice it. Like, it's a very rewarding feeling that we get.
For sure, buddy. I believe it, man. It's cool to see the emotion that you give when you get out the car, man, because you can tell it is it's true emotion. It's not like somebody that's just, going through the motions. We know when Chris wins that it is a heartfelt emotion when you get out of that car, man.
Yeah, it is. I know how much everybody gives, and everybody gives 110% on my team, and there's a lot of people who sacrifice a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of they just give everything they have just to see us run good. So to have that moment of gratification, for all these people that make it possible for us, it's a very emotional and it's a very fun experience, and I do my best to let everyone know how much it means to me.
For sure, buddy. Well, let everybody know. I know you got the typical cast of characters on there, but let everybody know who's helping you out that's on the side of that race car this year.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to thank Div Trim Machining, Live Oak Family Dentistry, K&K Trucking, the Racing Warehouse, Heckles Plumbing, Carolina Roofing, Carver and Sons Roofing, Schaefer's Oil, Doug Smith, and everybody at Schaefer's Oil up in St. Louis. They're doing a ton for us this year, and we're very appreciative. XR, Western Cleanup Services, Base Race Fuels, and Bowtie Limousine Service, Fox Racing Shocks, Exodyne Valve Train, JB Heating and Air, Sweet Victory, Kenny's Components, Hoosier Racing Tire by Brian, Team Zero Race Cars, Bruce Built, Shane McCall Racing, Clements Racing Engines, and all my other sponsors, JB Steel, Tim Bristol, Wayne, man, just so many people on my race car, all my product sponsors, and Buzzy Racing, Jericho, Winners Performance, just, man, all the components on my race cars, Dynamic Drive Lines was here, Victory Lane with us. I just very, very thankful to have, it ain't just one person that takes an army, and I'm very, very happy to have so many people that support us. So all my sponsors and all my crew and family for being behind us.
For sure, brother. Well, it's awesome to see, and we wish you the best of luck again. But I got one more question, man. Did you head outside the track at all and go see your buddies from the Say Majula Speed Shop and go try your hand out on some iRacing down there to try to get fast time?
I did, man. I got my butt kicked. I was 2/10 off the fastest time. So it was a really cool deal to do, and we're going to do it again this week. We were able to work with WR1 Chad Wheeler, who's a dirt track racer, to get a sim rig to do this. And we put Bristol dirt up, and I went up there, ran a 15.5, thought I was pretty good. And then Saturday rolls around, all the big boys come into town, and Bryn Evans went a 15.3, 2/10 quicker than me. So
wow,
I got my butt handed to me. But that was about, I think, 100 different drivers on the sim rig this weekend. So super excited to bring iRacing and the CFM Esports Majula C Speed Shop to the real dirt track world. And as you know, with your guys' series, we have a blast, and it's fun to get the sim racing involved with the real world. We really enjoy it.
Yeah, man, we do too, and we definitely gonna have to do some talking, and we gonna get something up for this summer again, man.
100%, man. We're on board.
Good deal, man. Well, cool deal, buddy. Well, congratulations again, and I promise you we are rooting for you to go out there and win a whole pile more this weekend.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you guys for having us. We always enjoy coming on Chicken Bone Alley.
Congratulations one more time to our buddy Fergie Time, Chris
Yes, sir.
Ferguson, taking home that
Awesome, man.
taking home some good money from Bristol there, and
Well, it was really cool last year. I mean, we were able to put the camera on his car, and it
I
vibrated.
finally told him the story about that.
Yeah, that kind of
we were at
stuff.
where were we at? We were at Wings Etc.
Yeah.
And me and him got to talking, and he finally, I said something about a camera. He said, "Man, didn't you have a camera on my car at Bristol?" I said, "I did." I said, "I've been meaning to tell you a story about that." I said, he said, "Did it not record?" I said, it recorded in time lapse for some reason.
Yeah.
Have no clue why. Haven't ever had that problem since.
Yeah, that was terrible because he pretty much dominated.
He did
that
dominate
race.
that
I
race.
mean,
He did dominate it.
so yeah, that would have been pretty cool for sure. But yeah, I mean,
Like all the pictures from last year, you see our camera in there just flop down.
Yep. Wasn't good. But anyway, so yeah, following him and being hanging out with him last year and seeing him dominate that race and seeing him come back and do the same thing just on Saturday, that was sweet for sure to see. So like you said, best of luck to him this weekend, and he's definitely got a good starting point, that's for sure.
Most definitely, and I will say, and he knows this, but he's He's one of the drivers I am proud to call a friend out there. We talk to a lot of people, and Chris is definitely one that I can just walk up to anytime, and it's like friends that hadn't seen each other in a while for because a lot of times we don't get to see each other for a while. So it's I'm proud of him myself, as a friend more than anything, and then just glad to see it. So it's been really cool to see his progression. It's awesome to see how well he is running this year. Well, going back last year and even this year, but I mean it's just awesome to see how well he's running, and he's got a great family. I talk to his mom regularly, and they're good people.
Absolutely, they sure are. Good to see people like that perform.
Cole's good friends with his mama.
Yeah. She loves some Cole now, that's for sure. It's definitely cool to see them, and like a big family over there for sure. So
yeah. So if y'all see the trailer out at the merch trailer out at the track, go talk to Miss Allison.
Yeah.
Tell her we sent you over there.
Definitely go buy something from her though.
You definitely buy something from her.
I know
and they got plenty of stuff.
Cole bought every diecast car that they sold.
Yes.
He's got them all downstairs. He's sitting them up. So that's pretty cool.
Chris Ferguson races Chris Ferguson every night.
Every night.
Like 7 deep. So cool. So cool. But you know what he won him on also?
How about them headers, man?
He won $50,000 on some Profab headers.
Yes, sir.
Y'all check out Profab headers and exhaust. Go talk to Andrew over there. Tell him we sent you over there. Man, supers, crates, anything you pretty much got, asphalt or dirt. Y'all go check out Profab headers for all your exhaust needs in this racing industry, because they are quality that wins.
Absolutely.
Speaking of, you want to know what they go well with also?
What's that?
Go well with some Earl Ramey racing engines.
There you go.
They produce the optimum amount of power. Big word.
Good word.
Big word. Big word. I'm full of big words tonight. But they produce the optimum amount of power with Earl Ramey racing engines. It's so crazy because me and Earl's actually talked about it, and Earl and Andrew are buddies also, and so it's really cool to see them work together to make each other's better. Earl makes Andrew and them build better headers, and Andrew and the guys at Profab make Earl build better motor. So you can't lose. Can't lose. So go get some of that Earl Ramey power to put under your hood today, and you will not regret it at all, by no means.
No, sir.
And after you get it under, get you some time on that chassis dyno. I saw the Carolina Pro late model series. They took one of the winners' cars to Earl's shop to put on chassis dyno because they have a horsepower check. Your motor cannot produce over a certain amount of horsepower, so they keep those guys in check, which is really cool, kind of.
Yeah, it is.
Keep some good level playing field for everybody working on handling there, and which I mean, you're still working on amounts of torque and how you can make that speed work for you and make that horsepower work for you. So, but that's how much they trust Earl Ramey and his chassis dyno. Is when a series is using his chassis dyno to get their baseline numbers. So I tell you, it's good stuff.
No doubt.
Good stuff for show. So y'all head over and check out Earl Ramey today. Get you some power under your hood.
You ain't gonna beat it?
No, not at all. Not at all. Tell y'all something real quick. We've had a lot on this show today.
Yes.
This is a show about phone calls.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I like talking to all these people. It's really cool. But I want to tell y'all about something real quick. And went to Fayetteville Friday night. Me, my dad, and Landon, like we said earlier. Went up there to watch some racing and pick up a body and do some cool stuff up there. Got some driver interviews. One of the coolest things I saw there, though, I couldn't hardly watch the race. I could see the race out there, but I couldn't watch it because there was one of the. If y'all haven't seen our Facebook or TikTok or whatever else, go check it out because I put it on everything. I put it on YouTube. I put it on all this stuff because I found one of the best flagmen that I've ever seen in my life. And I liked it so much, I messaged him to find out if we could have him on the show today. So let's go to the phone. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the privilege of watching, as I was just talking about, one of the best flagmen I've ever seen, ever. And I've been going to a whole lot of races. Mr. Carson Matthews. What is going on, Carson? Are you doing all right today, buddy?
Yep.
Good deal. Man, Carson, how old are you?
11.
He is 11 years old. And I'm going to tell y'all what. We were out at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Carson had his flag set up there on about the first row of the bleachers. And I ain't taking nothing away from nobody. No flag man ever. But Carson has done his studying on flagging. And we put up a video of him flagging a race. And, man, I know I put up one, your mom put up one, and it's going crazy, man. Everybody's seeing your flag. How you like that?
It's surprising.
How long you been in the stands flagging, man?
4 years.
4 years.
4 or 5 years.
I got you. What I know a lot of people go to racetracks and they like the race cars, want to get in the race cars, but obviously we got to have flagmen in there. So what made you want to start getting so good at being a flagman?
I just watched a bunch of flagmans, and I was like, hey, I just want to do this, so I just got into it.
That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Was there any one particular flagman you tried to kind of model your style of flagging after, or did you just kind of find stuff you like from different people and just made it your own?
Dave Farney.
Is that who it was?
Mm-hmm.
He's good?
Yeah, he is. He's the head flagman at Charlotte.
That's right. What made you want to follow him and model your flagging style after him?
He just had a unique style of flagging, and I just added my techniques onto it.
Cool, man. Well, have you gone to a bunch of different tracks and flagged, or is it kind of one thing at Fayetteville, or how do you do it?
I used to flag at Dublin, but now I flag at Fayetteville.
Okay, good deal. Well, Kim, you on the phone too here with us?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, you've got a young man there on your hands that has taken up something that I've seen men that's done it for 40 years not be near as good at.
Yes, yep. He's real good, surprisingly, how fast he picked everything up and just kind of did his own thing with it. So he's doing really good. He
really is. Was it one of them things that he come to you one day and was like, I want to try flagging, or does it just kind of start happening?
Yeah, so my father-in-law used to race at Dublin in the pier stock, so we would take him and he would get in the back of the truck. He started out with just a little old checker flag, just waving it, and then it just kind of progressed from there. I want to say my father-in-law got him a set of flags for Christmas one year, and he kind of, did that for a little while, and then we bought him another set, and it's just kind of become his thing.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, it was sure cool to see. It's cool to see young people getting into the sport, and not only in the racing capacity, just working in it however they can. And being a flagman is an important job, obviously, but it's
Right.
cool to see how he's done it. Is this been something that's been going on? He said for 4 years, obviously, is every time y'all go to a race, he's just down there flagging every time?
Yeah, so he was actually real little when he first started, but since he's got really good and been doing it in front of a lot of people, it's probably been the past 4 or 5 years. But yeah, he enjoys it. He will be in Charlotte in May. I think it's with the XR series.
That's right.
Dirt track. So he'll be there, I think, May 14th. Wes White reached out to us too, and he's been very gracious to us, and he's given him the opportunity to go there and flag a race. So he's excited about that.
I'm excited to see it because I'm gonna tell you. Well, like I just told him, I've been around. We've been around sport quite a while, and good flagmen are hard to come by. And seeing someone that is so involved in the race, not just up there waving a flag around, he is involved in the race and watching and paying so close attention. It's really cool to see, and I know you gotta be proud of him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yep. Him to be so shy and stuff. It's like when he gets out there, it's just ain't nobody else there but him and them race cars and them flags. So it's good seeing him in his comfort zone like that.
Well, Carson, I'm gonna tell you, buddy. I know your mom has probably seen it also, but I know on the video we posted, and I know video she's posted, there's been many tracks that have posted on there that you were more than welcome to come flag at their track anytime. So that says a lot, man. That all these tracks are seeing what you're doing, and they love your style, man.
Thank you.
No problem, buddy. Also, while I was on here, man, our buddy Michael Butler reached out to me. He told me to tell you hey for him.
Tell him I said hey back.
I'll do it. Well, cool deal. Well, that's awesome. And y'all know what the next race is coming up? You gonna be at?
Not sure yet.
Okay.
Probably whenever they race again at Feville, he'll probably go there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, buddy, I'm on show. I've been showing everybody I've come across the video of you out there doing your thing, and so keep up the good work, man. And I'm pretty sure here in the next couple of years we're probably gonna see you with a if you keep that up, we'll see you with a big series traveling around being a tour flag man for somebody.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy, and also thank you, Kim. We appreciate you getting him on here and spend some time with us this afternoon.
Thank y'all. We appreciate it.
Not a problem. We will definitely see y'all out at the track next time.
All righty, sounds good.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our new little buddy, Mr. Carson Matthews. I'm gonna tell you what. It is. I don't know. I've been at a few races. I know me and you have been at a few races that there's a exciting flagman to watch, but that just brings like a whole another element to the race.
Oh, it definitely
for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, for sure. And like some of the World Outlaw sprint car races, he's a real good flagman. And he's definitely gonna be one of them guys. That's for sure. I can see him definitely staying in dirt, staying excited, and moving right up through there with World of Outlaws or whoever it may be at that point.
Lucas or XR like he's going to do.
Yeah, for
maybe
sure.
Maybe they'll get him on there because, dude, I'm gonna tell you, I haven't seen many flagmen as that into it when you're spotting the car in front. I mean, just doing the perfect things. If you haven't seen, I'm gonna repost this video. I'm gonna reshare it on our Facebook page. I posted it Friday night, and it's got over 50,000 views already just on our Facebook. Yep. And I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like it's got another 30,000 on our TikTok, and I mean, I've posted all kind of videos before. I've never gotten that kind of reaction off of anybody, so it's cool to see.
Absolutely, he's going places for sure.
Little kids and puppies. Well, you post them.
That's all you gotta do.
Everybody.
That's all you gotta do.
That's gonna be our new podcast, Little Kids and Puppies. That's what it's called.
Maybe they'll watch or listen, whatever. Yeah, but no, that's really cool to see. And like you said, man, he's got a big bright future ahead of him, in the racing world. For sure. Any track would be that would be a privilege to have him flagging your race. Have Carson flagging your race there. So good on you there, Carson. Hope to see you soon, buddy, and hope to see you up in the flag stand. They need to get you on up there. Absolutely. I know there's always we got insurance stuff, blah, 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 blah. No, this kid's good. Just get him. He's up there. Good. He'll be all right. Get him up there. Get him up there. He knows what to do. I'm gonna tell you. And I am not down in the flag man at Fayetteville at all because he's good. He's a good flag man. He's not Carson. Right. I'm going to compare every flag man to Carson now. I mean, I was just that into it. For me to just videotape, because I don't just
sit around and videotape something. I was glad that Kim wasn't upset that I was videotaping her child.
No, she couldn't be. No.
No, she's got to be proud of him. But I just don't do that. And it was so refreshing to see a young child be that into it.
Into it. It's awesome.
It was really awesome. So it's cool to see. So like I said, I was there Friday night at Fayetteville. I will say this real quick. And then we talked about it real quick. Let me elaborate a little bit on it. 31 legend cars.
Pile of them, though.
Pile of them.
Was there a pile up of them?
There was. There was a couple piled up of them. There was so much pile up of them that my daddy finally looked at me there. He said, "You sure you want to run that thing on dirt?"
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to run it.
Bodies is expensive.
They are.
Yeah.
They ain't getting no cheaper either. And yeah. I mean, the good thing is the center section of the body even the cars I saw get tore up. They didn't really get tore up. Fenders flew everywhere. I saw more just demolish fenders off legend cars than I've ever seen anywhere. I mean, it was so, and it wasn't that it was running into people. I saw so many of them. They had so much rollover on the right rear. I saw about 3 cars. They go in the corner and they bounce. Well, there was a hole going into one, so they would kind of bounce down in it. And when they bounced down in it, they would bottom out on the fender. And all of a sudden, the fender would just fly. I mean, just blow up, it looked like.
Jesus.
In the air. I mean, I was like, ooh. So, a little more clearance on that.
Just take the fenders off.
That's what I say, too. Take them off on dirt, shoot.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. But, so 31 cars. I did a live with Jake Locklear. He's kind of new to the legend car scene. He's only run like I don't know, like 4 or 5 races so far. But I got a chance to meet him out at Florence on a day we were over there trying to test the car. Him and his dad, Jeremy, they're real nice people, and so we got to hang out with them a little bit and talk to them, and also Jaden Bolin, who is if anybody's in legend cars, they know who Jaden Bolin is. He is the dude. I'm gonna tell you that dude's insane. He is a phenom in a go-kart. I'm thinking in a legend car. Yeah, I'm all over the place. But he is insane. He got in somebody's car the other night, the Adams family ride, and it was just all for him. The way that they set up typically wasn't the way he drives. They changed some stuff, got it closer and closer and closer. He started 6th, and by lap 3, he was in 2nd. And was coming. Well, it took him forever to run 1 lap, but he was coming hard, and he went to go up under the leader, and the leader tried to change his line, go to outside, and it didn't work. He got loose, and he come back around in front of everybody. Jaden was the first one that got collected in it. And but he had that race. That was his race to win, I think. Unfortunately, circumstances didn't work out for him, but it was crazy to see, man. And Jake didn't quite make the feature on Friday night. He just had some tough luck in the B main. He was coming up through there, and every time somebody would spin out in front of him or something. So he didn't make it on Friday night. But this was his first time racing dirt ever.
Really?
Jake's, yeah, Jake Locklear's, and I was impressed by him because night 2, he was racing inside top 5, and was going for 3rd, and got took out with like 3 laps to go.
Wow!
So
that's very impressive.
It was very impressive, very impressive. So I talked to them guys a good bit, and I think we might do some hanging out at the track with them. So that's pretty cool to see. They're good people, real good people. But they had 31 again on Saturday night. And there was also an INEX race at Dillon Asphalt. Well, Jaden goes over there with Nick Pistone, insane grip, and goes over there and waxes them.
Oh, of course.
Second time at the track, won both of them.
Oof, that's a tough competition you got there.
Dude, I'm going to tell you. And there was a crowd of them there. I'm like, where are all these legend cars coming from around here?
They won't.
I like it.
Yeah.
It'll make me look bad, but I like it.
Hey, you'll be up there.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll try to get it. I mean, but that's like I just looked and somebody showed on there that Hoosier dirt tires, they can't get any. Earliest they're saying is late April on them. So, I mean, I'm like, I want to go run some dirt, but I can't even get tires to run dirt.
Yeah.
I can't hardly get, I got a set to run asphalt, and I need more, and can't get in.
Right.
He get in a couple blue plates today, though. So, we got new blue plate, new fuel pump, new coils.
Should be everything you need.
I don't think we hadn't changed the red box yet.
Well, I'd change all that first.
I think it's good, though.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's good. But all that other stuff, yeah. Actually, I got in 2 blue plates today. Somebody was selling 2 of them, and I got both of them.
Sweet.
So, anyway, rolling on from that, we done talked enough on here today, pretty much. We done had everybody on here. I don't think we've ever had 4 interviews in one show, have we?
Not that I know of.
No, so this is a first for us. So, had some NASCAR action over the weekend. Zane Smith won the truck race. I don't know if you've seen it from COTA. Kyle Busch was leading last lap. Stuart Friesen and Alex Bowman went to go in up under him. They all got together, and Zane Smith skirted on past all 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
And Kyle was not happy with Alex Bowman.
Wasn't.
And Alex Bowman knew it. He said, he walked over to him. He said, I know you're mad at me. And he was correct. He was correct. But it was, I mean, I can't fault Alex. Alex went in going for it. Looked like he got into Stewart or Stewart come down. I don't know. I mean, just they got together. Went in 3 wide in a really tight corner. And when it did, it just looked like it straightened his wheel up. And it just went out. And none of them wrecked or anything. It just pushed them all out. So,
right.
But anyway, come back on Saturday. AJ Allmendinger put it on them.
The dinger, yeah.
The dinger put it on them. And I'm going to tell you what, I watched Cup race yesterday, and it was a fairly exciting race, actually. That racetrack, I'm glad it was crazy when it was raining last year. When
it was very crazy, yeah.
But I'm kind of glad it wouldn't rain in this year,
just
to kind of see how it did for the Cup cars. And it was actually pretty good, I will say. It was tough for them. It was them tight corners on restarts was tough.
I love that though. I love that. I love COTA because there's so many different variations.
Oh yes,
there's so many different. Well, I mean, like Charlotte, the Roval,
right?
They took out some.
Yeah, took out the slow corner,
where I would say would be your passing corner. I mean, that'd be a good. They took them out, which they got a lot of those at COTA,
especially now that they got a 5-speed transmission.
Right. Yeah. So I'd like to see that come back because I think it really makes for a lot better racing. But man, they sure using bumpers a lot, which I like. I mean, it's just. But talking about that Cup race, what little bit I got to see about it, but AJ is unreal under braking.
Yeah, that's where he beats everybody
on a road course. It is unbelievable what he makes up under braking.
Yes.
I just can't figure that out.
He drove in, it looked like 8 car lengths. I mean, he was 8 car lengths behind.
He was like 3/4 of a second, made it up in one corner.
One corner.
That's unreal, bro.
That's a combination of not only braking, but shifting, braking.
Well, shifting. Mainly
clutch,
shifting, yeah. I mean, it's just.
So you don't wheel hop, you don't.
How in the world? I don't know. It's just.
He's figured it out.
To watch.
It's cool to watch him do it. I know me and you spoke on it, and then you said, let's just talk about it on the show. I think we have a little bit differing opinion on the end of the race there.
Yeah, well, whoever didn't see it, Ross Chastain was leading, taking the white. And AJ and Alex Bowman were, I think Bowman was Bowman second? I can't remember. No, I think AJ was second. AJ was second.
Yeah.
3/4 of a second back. Yeah. And he pretty much stayed 3/4 of a second back until like the last
half of the track.
3/4, half of the track. And AJ just, like we were saying, he just killed him under braking. And whether AJ drove it in harder, I don't know, too hard, whatever. But he got in the back of Ross and he just moved him up the racetrack in the corner, in the center of the corner, just moved him up the racetrack. Didn't spin him, didn't do nothing. So I knew as soon as I saw that Ross was going to retaliate of some sort because I see what he did to Kevin Harvick at Darlington. He's coming back. There's no doubt about that. Especially after 2 or 3 second place finishes in a row or whatever it's been. So, which I'll say that in a minute. But so Ross naturally retaliates and he's pushing AJ all through the bumps in that little, I don't even know what corner or where that's at, but anyway, he's pushing him, and got him into Alex and spun him out. And Ross went on to win. So yeah, I think AJ made it look a lot more smooth. But AJ knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
There's no way around. You can't tell me that. He knows how to get into corners of a road course. He could have got into that corner without getting in the back of it.
He could have, but I think this where I think we have differing opinions on. Because the corners are so tight, especially the second half of that track. The first half is the S's, long straightaway. It's just speed, pretty much. AJ knew he wasn't going to catch him there. There's no way to catch him there. You got to catch him in a corner, which is what he was planning on. And the only way to pass in a tight corner like that is you got to get up under him.
Right.
Well, Ross was going to naturally protect the bottom. So I feel like what AJ did wasn't very egregious. He knew when. That is the thing I'm thinking. I don't know. I wasn't in the car. But that's the thing I'm thinking is the difference between AJ and Ross. And I'm not saying I don't like Ross. I like Ross a lot, and I'm actually glad he won. I've been looking for him to win all year. I've been pulling for him since back in all the mess with Ganassi and everything. So
yeah,
I like Ross Chastain. I really do, and I like AJ Allmendinger. They were they were teammates last year.
Right.
But the difference is AJ knew where to get to Ross to make a pass using the bumper, but not dumping.
Right.
I feel like. I do feel like that he knew that because he just road courses are his thing. I mean, that is his thing. He knows which corner to do what in. I mean, that's just how it comes across anyway. Ross also knew he had to get up under him.
Right.
The difference was Ross is like, I'll jack him up going down the straightaway. I don't really care.
Right. Well,
have him sideways, and he did. He spun out to the right, going down the straightaway.
Ain't no doubt about that.
And so that's the difference. I think if it would happen in the middle of a corner, and he bumped him, moved him up, fine, so be it. I think just the way he did it going down the straightaway, bad optics.
It looked a lot worse, no doubt about it. But, in the heat of the moment, Ross got moved.
Yeah.
Ross got moved. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
At all. I don't see anything wrong with it. But I don't see anything wrong with what Ross did either. So that's my thing. It's just a racing deal, man.
Oh, it was a racing deal. I
will tell you this, and I've seen this. I've seen it already throughout this year, even last year in the Xfinity Series. But I see it way more now this year, and especially on a road course, dude. If somebody's in your way now, they just move you, bro. They don't. I mean,
it's a new mentality,
dude. I mean, and I don't have no problem with that necessarily.
No, I'm good with it.
Race. I mean,
But don't get mad if you do it and somebody doesn't.
No,
like
exactly.
To.
Exactly. That's what I'm at with it. So don't complain. I like Chase Elliott. Don't be a Chase Elliott. Don't over here and doing it, and then somebody does it to you, and you want to cry about it. Don't do that.
Right.
But there's so much just gouging your way now that it's so different than what we've seen before. It was like this courtesy, scared to and maybe it was the car. I don't know. I mean, because used to there was for a while there that if you touch the car at all, you're gonna hurt Arrow, and I don't. These cars are tougher, I think
apparently.
So I don't know, man. It's a different style of racing, but it's so cool to me to see. And this is what 6 races in or whatever it is.
Yeah,
now?
three different three first-time winners already this year.
Right. And seeing these guys up front that have typically not up front. Track horse, man.
Track house,
sorry.
I like track horse, though.
I think I do, too.
I like track horse.
Let's start calling
Let's track horse.
Anyway.
Because they are some thoroughbreds right now.
Dude. Coming from, I mean, all Ganassi's stuff, essentially, or whatever. What all they've changed, I don't know. But, dude, they are just, they got to figure, I mean, what is it? What is it? Where is it at?
I think it's just the similarities in the car, and then you got Ross Chastain. I can't say Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez did great qualifying, ran first, stage of the race up front. I think he won the first stage, actually. He's a good road course racer. He come from Mexico. That's what they did mostly down there. But he couldn't make it up, and he's not showing me anything on ovals.
Well,
so I'm not talking junk about him.
No, but he's run decent, but not like Ross Chastain. No. I mean, dude, like, Jesus, bro. He's like third in points now, and I mean,
with a win, so he's in the playoffs. And, and if he runs that consistent in the playoffs, he's going to make it a long way.
And I mean, he's run up front pretty much in every different style of track we've seen so far.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool to see. I like that a lot.
He was there close to the win at Phoenix. He ran up front at, where was it, California? I think he ran up towards the front.
I can't remember. But yeah, Vegas. So anyway, it's really cool to see. Glad he got his first win there. We've been on the Ross Chastain train for a long time.
Yeah.
Been saying that he needed him a chance, and just glad to see that. It was kind of, I kind of thought, because nobody knew, but with Trackhouse, I was like, well, it's just gonna be kind of
it was somewhere to go.
Right. It was just kind of a dead end. He's tried so hard, got with Ganassi, and then now. But dude, hey, hats off.
We was wrong. We was wrong.
They've put their money and their homework in, and they've.
Well, I think one of the big thing is Justin Marks. He's part owner of that team along with Pitbull. Justin Marks, he's at the track on the pit box. He's wearing pit crew uniform. He ain't worried about. And Justin Marks, we all know he's a racer.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that boy is a racer. Dirt, asphalt, whatever. That boy is a racer. He kind of put it out there last year when Pitbull come on. We thought it was just kind of a publicity thing, and it may have been. It may have been, but Pitbull seems to be somewhat involved.
Yeah.
And maybe that got him the funding that they needed to do what he wanted to do, which was go out and win cup races.
Well, I just like it because, I'm not a big Denny Hamlin fan, but I just love the fact that, you got Denny Hamlin, which is big money.
He's winning 20-something in the points.
Yeah, but you got Michael Jordan. They start this team up. And, I mean, I'm not knocking them, but they got endless funds.
Oh, yeah, the funds are not the issue.
You got endless funds, so I enjoy seeing that. Now, I mean, Bubba Wallace's ran good. Kurt Busch's ran good, whatever.
Can't run too good when you ain't got no tires on the car.
No, I mean, you're going to be suspended.
when your crew chief and your tire changer are going to be suspended 4 weeks.
So, it's just, I enjoy seeing that from, I'm not going to say it's underdog. I
like the David versus Goliath. I mean, that's
it's just what it seems like.
Yeah.
It's what I see it as, from the Hendricks or the Gibbs or whoever.
Well, I'm going to tell you who didn't have a good day. That was Kyle Larson.
He did not.
He got caught up in everything that happened on the track, I think.
He did not at all.
He hasn't. It's ever since he won, he has not had a good day.
Yeah, he's been struggling for sure. But, like you said, Denny Hamlin been struggling big time. Kyle Busch.
One more that has struggled all year and is now put in a deeper hole. They announced last week. Brad Keselowski's team got fined
major
100 driver and owner points, also $100,000 whatever. That 100 driver points put him from it was in the teens. I can't remember where. Dropped him from the teens to 33rd in point. He was the last car that was a season, a regular seasoned guy, one that was going to run all the races.
Well, I hope they don't do that again, whatever that was.
I don't know, and I really figured it would kind of come out what part was messed with, but I ain't heard yet. So
I don't think they're going to start saying yet because
they don't want the other teams to find out.
Right.
But you know it goes around that garage.
It does. You know they figured it out, but they ain't playing about the rule book in this car.
No.
Jesus.
Don't mess with it.
I mean,
Don't think about messing with it.
I'm not kidding you. It's crazy, but yeah, it's a lot to take in, but the shakeup of who's running the best is really cool. I like that a lot. I like seeing that. We got a short track coming up. Be kind of interested to see how the car does there. I think it'll do well, just as good as any. But I don't know. Seeing some of these guys up front that's not typically up front. Even Eric Jones running in Richard Petty Motorsports cars or whatever they are now.
Yeah.
He's been running up front, and
It will when you don't wreck with like 3 to go.
yeah, exactly. But it's just a lot of guys. Corey LaJoy getting top 5 the other week. I mean, it's just cool. I like it. It's a lot different than the same 3-4 cars every week. Like, 2 years ago when I think Denny Hamlin won 11 races and Kevin Hart won 11 races. I mean, that's over half the year.
I'll tell you somebody that we were kind of just talking about that's been up there also, and don't get me wrong, he's won races. He's actually won the second most races to Kyle Larson, but, you know, Kyle Busch likes to say he backs into him. But Alex Bowman.
Mm-hmm.
Last year's car, he was so-so in. He'd get a race here and there, but he wasn't consistent.
Last year,
but he wasn't consistent with it at all, by no means. This year, he's really turned it up. Got a win. He's kind of been right there with Ross Chastain almost every week.
Yeah, he really has. And I don't know. It's just like even the guys that just moved up from Xfinity, running real good.
Tyler Reddick, he's running
Reddick's
good.
Running good. So it's just it's such a difference. I don't know what this car drives like versus the other Cup car, or what this Cup car drives like to the Xfinity car. Is it more similar to that, or I don't know. I don't know what the difference is.
I've heard it was closer to a truck.
Hey, I mean, whatever, something's working.
It works.
Because it's like all these guys that didn't get the breaks early on.
Yep.
They're the ones that are performing the most.
And
it's just so crazy.
I hate to say this, but I love it when the big name drivers that do all the winning all the time don't like it. Kyle Busch hates his car.
Oh, he hates it.
He has verbally said that. He hates his car.
And it's just because he's not doing good in it. That's it. But they're all got the same thing.
And I'm not saying that Kyle Busch can't drive, because I still think he's probably one of the best drivers in the garage.
Well, dude,
but somebody's always going to come around that's a little bit better than you eventually.
Well, I think I'm kind of starting to wonder and second guess my thoughts on Kyle Busch. Because back like the Xfinity car.
Oh, yeah.
He won 80 races.
Every race.
No time.
Every race almost.
But why was that?
Because he was in the best equipment out there. I mean, I hate to say that, but I think that's what it was. Because we've also seen Ty Gibbs jump up in his first Xfinity race.
Well, those years
and win in the best equipment out there.
Yeah, in those years, Gibbs cars won about every race.
Yeah,
I mean, I might could have won out there and won that race in a Gibbs car. I don't know, but it's like now that I don't think Kyle Busch likes change. No. But I don't know what he's expecting. I just don't understand it. I mean, it's no different than anything, but you all get out there. You all got most definitely the same thing now. Those cars are more the exact now than they have ever been.
Yeah, they are.
So what is there to complain about? If they doing it, why ain't you doing it?
You need to be a better driver.
That's the way I look at it. So, I mean, you can't say, okay, well, this car. At some point in time, you got to start saying,
I got to change something.
Something's in me, I don't know. It's just, it seems kind of, it's funny to me, and I've said this before, but when Kyle Busch starts his negative rants, he starts doing terrible.
Yep.
And until he gets that out of his system, he's going to do terrible, I think.
Till he finally faces it. All right, I need to change something.
And still he can, until he can start looking in the mirror and focusing on himself.
Yep.
And not necessarily getting himself a better driver, because I'm not saying that, but getting a better attitude about the situation.
I will say though, it's been quite funny because Gibbs hasn't really been. I don't know, just the team as a whole hadn't really been.
Christopher Bell's been the ringleader. I mean, that's
and you see how bad he was in the last car.
Yeah. So I think it's great. I really do. But
one thing I don't like, and I will say this, and I really thought he would do better just because it was a new car, kind of level playing ground. Harrison Burton not really showing me much in that Wood Brothers car, and
that kind of goes to show you how good was
Matt Benedetto.
So,
but he ain't doing nothing. He has had the worst look in that truck.
He has. So I don't know. There's a lot of stipulation there, and I think half the season go by, everybody get more focused and used to that car. I think it'll show. But
I wonder sometimes, like some of them coming up. Austin Cindric could obviously don't bother. He don't care who's out there, what playing field he's on. He's just going to do his best because he's obviously the best Penske car. Obviously, pretty much the best Ford. Him and Chase Briscoe. Briscoe's been pretty strong. It's wild. It's wild this year.
It is, but and still, and all saying all that, somehow or another, Chase Elliott's still leading in points.
Ain't won a race.
Ryan Blaney second in points.
Yeah.
It just it don't always seem right, but
that's stage stuff. I mean, that's I still don't. After all these years, I still ain't a big fan of stage stuff because you can do terrible overall in the race by the end. Well,
you can strategize your way.
Yeah.
Right up to the lead.
Yeah.
In points. So, I
agree.
agree.
You have consistent stage finishes, top 5 stage finishes, especially.
Yep.
You can be up front even if you finish 15th every week.
Right. So, anyway, I like road racing. I do. I like seeing.
I used to not. I used to hate it.
I used to too. I swear I did, but now I enjoy it.
I didn't like it because, they never won. You never seen them win. You never seen the road course ringers that they would bring in.
Always be the winners. Yeah.
Well, you never really see them win too much. I mean, they would run second, third, but somehow they would be up front, and then like the last couple laps, all of a sudden, a regular guy would come up with Mark Martin or somebody would come up and win. A lot of times at Watkins Glen. Well, now. You don't see many road course ringers. I had one on my fantasy team. I had Andy Lally on my fantasy team just to use him. I ain't running the back.
Yeah, I think he finished dead last, pretty sure. But yeah, it's the days of the road course ringers are pretty much gone. I think. I mean, you look at Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott, and I think Chase and Kyle Larson has won like the last 5 of 7 road courses. I think. Yeah. Up until this past weekend, so I think the Hendrick road course car program thing they got going on, I don't think it hurts them none.
Well, I was laughing last week because Brett Griffin and them were talking about that somewhat because that was I forgot what they call that program, but they're still using that other car. Well, all of a sudden NASCAR announced last week they were going to enter a Cup car.
Mm-hmm.
In where was that, Sebring next year or Le Mans? Well, 24 hour Le Mans in some garage class.
Yeah,
garage 32 or something like that, which is just basically you can take whatever you want to out there and run. But it was Hendrick that they tasked to do it. So wonder if any of the other owners were asked to do it.
Yeah. They're certainly all over the road stuff. For some reason, and I don't know.
I'm surprised no other ones. I'm surprised manufacturers haven't gone after that because it's Chevrolet doing it. So that just gives them. Obviously, they're going to want to. NASCAR's going to want them to test that car because they want it to do good at Le Mans. So,
dude, they're going to.
You would think Toyota and Ford would be like, hey, well, why can't we enter one?
Yeah, I don't see why they couldn't, honestly, but. And I think it'd be good to see. One.
I think they need to put
each
all 3
manufacturer
exactly
in that, and
put
give
the top. What? How many drivers they run? 4, 3, 4,
something like that. 3 or
put
4.
the top 3 points finishers from each of those manufacturers in the car
Mm-hmm.
for that race.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see.
That'd be awesome to see.
Yeah, it would. So, anyway, I don't know. It just seems like Hendricks definitely got an upper edge in the road racing right now. But hats off to Ross Chastain. Awesome to see. He's definitely a wheel man for sure.
He is.
And you know, he nudged his way back to the lead.
He didn't nudge you. He didn't bump you. He rubbed you.
That's right. So yeah, it's cool to see that. Glad he got his first win. He's had a bunch of top 2 and 3s here going,
Yeah.
and so definitely no fluke. I don't
No,
think.
it wasn't a fluke. It definitely wasn't a fluke.
He ran pretty good and hard all day, and to outrun AJ Allmendinger, you're doing something because dude's awesome on road courses. So.
Yeah, and I mean, regardless, even if AJ would have won that race, Ross ran with him all day long and passed him. And
Right.
I mean, so he, regardless of what I think about the outcome of it, he done everything he needed to do to win that race, and
Right.
he drove a hard race, and I mean, he did what he had to, like I said. So,
Yep.
Congratulations to him.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, anyway, what I am excited about coming up this week, real quick though, Richmond, our buddy Derek Griffith, gonna
Sam
be
Hunt
running
Racing.
for Sam Hunt Racing in the Xfinity
Yes,
Series
sir.
on Saturday.
I think so.
Think so.
Can't remember if it's a night week. This is a night race this week or this year. This time, I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Anyway,
They
check it
can't
out.
Change that every time they go to Richmond.
I never know. Xfinity race. Find it. Watch it. Look out for him. He could be strong.
That's for sure. We either gonna be watching it, or we gonna be sitting at the skating rink for Landon's birthday party watching it.
Yeah, we're gonna find it somewhere.
Landon gonna be big 13 this year.
Teens.
How I got a teenager? How'd that happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm getting old.
Yeah. You are. I'm not. You are.
Yeah. Oh, good deal. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming on here today. Want to thank Devon Morgan, Blake Harris, Chris Ferguson, Carson Matthews. Want to thank all them for coming on today, hanging out with us. It's been a blast. It's been a lot of interview, a lot of talking on here today. It's been pretty cool. Well, like I said, we had never done 4 interviews on one show before, so I really appreciate them coming on here, hanging out with us today. Also, thank you to MPM, Tanya over there, getting Devin on here for us today. marketwithmpm.com. Go check them out. Also, SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, RK Motorsports Consulting, Earl Ramey Racing Engines, and also Profab Headers and Exhaust. Quality that wins. Y'all go check all them out. Tell them all we sent you. If you're over at SRI, be sure to use that promo code, as we talk about every week, CBONE10. Get yourself 10% off. Also, Forward Bite. Some of the best track apparel around. If you don't want to wear, everybody's got driver T-shirts. If you don't want to wear just a driver T-shirt, you just want to wear some racing T-shirts, go get you some Forward Bite apparel. It's some good stuff. New designs coming out for spring, as always, as everybody does. You got your new spring designs and uniform there.
Yes, sir. I got it. I just unbuttoned a couple buttons. That's my spring and summer work shirt.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like I said, go get you some Forward Bite apparel. Check out Cole Vanderheiden on his rookie season in the 305 sprint car. You're going to want to watch that, moving up in the ranks over there. Also, Checkered, the Race Hub. Go check them out. If you're not on Checkered yet, be sure to get on Checkered. It is all racing all the time. You guys need to go check it out. Get on some racing social media. I'm tired of all this other social media. Get on racing social media. Checkered. Go check them out. We tell them, there's a little micro sponsorship thing on there, and if you want to, when you get on there, put in Chicken Bone. That's us, and
That'd be it.
help us out. That way they know you listen to the show. But anyway, guys, it's been a long one this week.
It has been a long one.
We hadn't done a long one in a long time.
Yeah, we've been trying to stick them around an hour, but this did not work this time. That's for sure.
It's all right.
It's all right. It's good.
All
It was
good.
wonderful. We had awesome.
Something to listen to multiple days.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, anyway, guys. Well, we sure appreciate y'all coming to hang out with us this week. Be checking out some racing this week. XR Series at Bristol for sure. Be checking that out. If you were around here, Florence Motor Speedway is Autism Awareness Night at Florence Motor Speedway, 1st of August. We will also be talking to Tanya McAllister about that real soon. She's got some cool stuff going on with Autism Awareness Month of April. Y'all know we're that's a cause near and dear to our hearts. As my youngest son, he is autistic, so we like to support anything that is supporting autism awareness. So if y'all are close to Florence, head out there. And anywhere else that's racing, just go support your local track. But anyway, guys, all right. Well, we'll I reckon we'll be seeing y'all next time.
Later.